Hi, I'm Monique Lacey. I'm an artist based in Auckland, New Zealand, and this is my studio.
So I work a lot with cardboard. Mainly all my work is made from cardboard. A starting point is cardboard. It's used as an armature, so it's to get the form. And the reason why I use cardboard is because I can manipulate it by myself. I can upscale it or downscale it, and it's quite a giving material. I don't use recycled cardboard, only new, and the reason for that is really that I like the crispness and the freshness of a box, and so that there is no previous imprint of, say, a used cardboard box, which always leaves traces of previous handling. Cardboard for me is quite a sort of a natural material. My first memory was of me being about 3 years old and making a handbag out of a cardboard box at my local kindy. And subsequently, I used to have a shop, and of course there was always cardboard involved. Goods would come in the cardboard, and so there was always this collapsing of cardboard, the breaking down of cardboard. And so it seemed like a sort of natural material that I had some sort of affinity with, which is why it's sort of a good material for me to use. The shape that the finished work is in is to an extent initially decided by how big the construction of the initial cardboard form is. So it would be a decision that I make about size more than shape. And sometimes it will be a decision about wall hung or freestanding. And really from there on in, it is really very much about what the material wants to do. So I have some level of control over it. Obviously, if I push down on something like this, it's going to sort of collapse, this way. And obviously this, if you push it from the top, it will have a different shape. But really, the material does what the material wants to do, and that is the beauty of it. So there's quite a lot of failure, if you like, in the practice. So generally, I would make about 5 forms in one go, and then hope maybe to realize 2 of those, and the rest will fail, and simply because either the material fails or the form fails. And that's the reason why I do 5 is really just to not put any pressure on myself to have just one thing that has to succeed, and this way I find that I'm much freer and take more risks in making the work, and it generally produces better work. Why do I use the colors that I use? It's an interesting question, and one that I keep coming back to myself, really. I think because my works are primarily about form, so that the wall works cross over somewhere between painting and sculpture, if you like, but they are primarily about form. And so because I prioritize the form, color becomes then a secondary sort of decision, really. I find that with color, like colors like orange, red, pink, whatever you like, it seems for me to take away from the work. So I keep coming back to black, gold, silver, maybe a bit of grey, those kind of colors that seem to suit the work. It gives the work a weightiness, which it really doesn't have, because essentially, considering the work is made from cardboard, it's really light. So if you pick it up, it is really light. But the dark colors and the metallics give it a weightiness, and so there is this element of deception that goes on, where I'm trying to make something that looks like something but really is something else. There is an element of conceal and reveal. So on first sight you could sort of, with some of the works, think that they were made out of metal or other materials rather than cardboard, and that's kind of what I'm after. And so I think the weightiness of the colors that I use relates back to trying to juxtapose really the lightness of the physical work against the heaviness of its appearance.